Hi guys, welcome to Manhood Explained. My name is Camille. Today is 28th of March 2021. Welcome to video number 304. Today I want to talk about advisors and how we take advice from people. And I want to talk about because you might end up in a wrong place by taking advice from a wrong person. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. If you're here, you're probably interested in manhood itself or just relationship or something in that area. So if you're here because of that, you know that we've got basically problem with manhood. Nobody teaches that. Nobody taught us, at least my generation. We've got over-feminized men. We've got extreme feministic women. And we kind of on a road to clash. And it's so sad to see that we allowed ourselves to be played like this because it's, old tactics of divide and conquer, but it just shows where we are as a society right now. But the good thing is that so many people are waking up and so many men are waking up to help each other to fix this issue. But the one thing that you'll find out if you kind of look close enough, and this is what I told you about my last few months or weeks that I looked at in general in many aspects of manhood in the internet, you'll find that there are few different avenues that people trying to talk or kind of advise on, which might have different end goals from yours. Because there are people who are talking about how to date, there are people who are talking about how to get laid, there are people who are talking how to be a high-value man, there are people who are talking about how to build a long-lasting relationship, there are people who are saying how to fix your relationship. There are people even who are talking about how to deal with yourself, rebuild yourself when you're after divorce. So it's kind of obvious that if you, let's say, want to build your relationship or fix it, you don't want to listen to someone who's trying to teach how to get laid, because it's just not going to work. It's going to make things worse. And that's the same thing. If you want to rebuild yourself as a someone after divorce, you don't want to listen basically for someone who's talking about how to be good at dating, because that's not even something that you're going to be interested in, or maybe you are. Look for someone who'll be able to give you advice on something that will help you to end up in the right place that you want to get. So first of all, to not make this kind of mistake, you'll have to understand where you are and what do you want. Where do you want to end up? What is the end goal? Because if you don't have this clarity, because I don't really know if I want this relationship to survive or I don't. Do I want to, get someone to go on a date with me, or do I want to sleep with someone? You've got to understand what is your end goal. And if you know what's your end goal, then you'll be able to listen to people from the right avenue, people who are talking exactly about what you want to get, and especially if they're successful in it. But it might sound, that's obvious, that's easy, right? Not really. Because second thing that you need to take into consideration, if you're a man and if you're looking for advice, it means that something just happened, you're in the wrong place, something is not working, and you need your advice fast. If you're in this kind of situation, it means that emotions are high, you may be under stress, maybe there's a time component, which makes this whole thing even worse. And you see, this is the problem, because then you just jump right into it to fix the problem right there on the spot. You're going to go to listen to people, you're going to ask your friends for advice, maybe your family, you're going to just jump into the internet, you're going to try to find a solution, and you might reach for the wrong one. Because you can listen to the person and you don't know what is their end goal. Maybe you're listening to someone, some coach on the internet, and you don't know what is the path that they're on. You don't know. You'll have to spend some time listening to them to know what is their angle. And unfortunately, under high stress or high emotions, it's so easy to just to digest some information, just to get an advice, just because it sounds legit-ish. But then at the end of the day, you might end up in the wrong place. So that's why know what you want, know what's the end goal. Second, understand that emotions are not in your corner. They don't play, they're not helping you. And then point number 3, it's very, very wise to be able to take all the advice that you got, sit down when there are no emotions, where you're able to just sit down and relax, and then go through all of this that you got, and look, what is the thing that is aligned with my goal? What is the thing that maybe it's not there, but it might be helpful? And what is complete trash and you want to throw it away, because if I'll go with that, I'm gonna end up in a completely different place that I want. Because interestingly enough, even those people who are talking about, let's say, if you look at MGTOW and you want to rebuild your relationship, you see, those people will tell you if your girl is not want to play ball, then just leave her. Just in general, I'm not bashing on those people. I'm just saying that they might have a different approach to things. Because if you want to rebuild your relationship, maybe going your own way, it's not the best way. But maybe they'll tell you something that might be good for you to hear. Maybe you need to man up. Maybe you need to understand what you want. Maybe the whole idea, the whole problem is that you've been basically boring, mate. Maybe you need to become someone, like a better version of yourself. I'm going to use this cliche. But maybe that's something that your girl needs. So don't throw everything away, but have time to look through all the advice and look for advice from people who are successful in what they accomplished. Because you don't want to take advice on someone on how to get laid or how to date if they're never really dated, or they have their opinion but they don't have a success in that area. And you don't want to take advice from someone, as I said, if you want to rebuild your relationship, from someone who just want to get laid. It makes no sense. But that's why, know where you're going, know what's your goal, understand that emotions will not help, and 3, give yourself time to kind of strategize with all the advice that you got, and then be smart how to approach it, so you would be able to get to your goal. So this is what I want you to take from this video. In a situation of high emotions, it's not easy to be smart. But that's why you don't want to just take anything that's given to you. You want to know where you're going. You want to see what people are you listening to. You want to be smart with the advice that you got. And you want to, before you're going to apply it, you want to be sure that it's going to get you to your goal. Especially when you start doing this, emotions might be back. And that's why you need to be prepared. So think about it and do something about it. Because if your end goal is worthwhile, then it's worthwhile to be strategic and pay the price of your due diligence. See you in the next video.